for those who are following along, my mom was married to Ernestine's dad
in the 70s.
In the 70s.
So crazy.
Now before you start getting all weird,
Because the first thing I'm like, hold on.
So y'all brother and sister.
Right.
No.
we get this all. I can't say we get it all the time because we don't always share the story. But there has been times where we have shared the story, and you can see the struggle in people's eyes.
Yeah.
They're
They're like,
Because I know when y'all told us, we were struggling.
We were
I was
struggling.
trying to piece
Listen,
it
so wait a
together.
minute.
hey, and you try not to make it seem obvious, so you be like, okay,
Okay. All
okay,
right.
I'ma
okay,
just let
okay,
him keep
okay. So wait,
going.
Just
so
keep
your
talking.
dad.
And
So
yeah.
let me give the background.
get the background back.
So, in the 70s, my mother was married to her father. They had 2 children, and when they got divorced, which was obviously before me and Ernestine was born, they both went and remarried.
They married different people.
They went and remarried other people. So my mom married my father before I was born. Same thing with her dad married her mom. They both got pregnant and had us 6 months apart.
Yeah.
so crazy.
So I'm a cougar.
Wow.
So crazy. 6 months older.
She's
than
6
me.
months older than me.
That's cool.
love
She a
that.
year older than me.
You know what I'm talking about?
I mean,
Out here robbing the cradle, boy. It is the women.
right.
It's the
Yeah.
women. You talk about the men. Look at the women. So, but yeah, so my our parents got remarried to other people, had us 6 months apart, and so here's the thing, because remember they had 2 children before us, which means Ernestine and I share siblings.
Yeah.
Now let me make it clear again, because I know somebody is still struggling.
Yeah. Somebody is still struggling.
We are not related.
Right.
We do not have the
clarify.
same
We do
mother
not have the same mother
or father.
Or father. We are complete. It just so happens that our parents was in a little bit of a fling, and it didn't work.
A little bit of.
But here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
This is a great thing about purpose. It didn't work because we needed to work.
Hello.
Okay, you went deep.
You know what I'm
clip.
saying? I went all the way down here. You know what I mean? Like,
Gosh, I
they
love that.
couldn't work because
Yeah, y'all
we
had to
needed to
work.
work because God knew that He needed to bring us. Now, I'm already going in.
See what I'm
And
saying?
He needed to bring us here for this moment because somebody needed to hear our story.
Yeah.
And so,
That's good.
but yeah, so that's kind of how we came here. And so we grew up. And the thing is, we grew up, though we had siblings, our shared siblings, we grew up never never knowing each
That's
other.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
I
That's
recall
wild.
one time my father went by your mom's house and I was sitting in the car. I recall seeing a little boy playing in the yard. I now know that was you, but I have a memory of seeing that. And then years later, I remember one day my mom, maybe we were like 11, 12. My mom had went to your mom's house to talk. And I remember seeing you down the hallway, like walking by, but we never spoke until 2006 when the brother that we shared passed away.
Passed away. So his name was Eric. 2006, it was a Sunday morning. He passed away suddenly. Just circumstances happened. He passed that morning. Completely unexpected. The blessing in it is I was able to talk with him the day before he died, which I hadn't talked to him before that in 6 months. And we talked, and let me say this too. We never talk on the phone. He wasn't a phone talker.
Yeah.
Like, but we talked for like over an hour. First time in history.
Wow.
And I said, I used to do music back then. And I told him, and my whole family is musical. Even Ernestine's musical. And I told him, I said, bro, next time I'm in town, because we lived in 2 different cities. Next time I'm in town, we got to do some music together. I'm going to bring my little rig and we'll make some music together. He's like, bet. And the next morning he passed.
Well, I want to say also he had reached out to me too.
Yeah.
Like a couple days before. So I had the opportunity to talk to him too.
My mom thought or felt like maybe he knew. You know how you can know without knowing consciously? It's like something in you. And he was just checking in with people.
Yeah.
Because my mom said that he went by her house too. And she was like, what you need? And he's like, Mom, I don't want nothing. I just came to say hey. She's like, oh, you came to say. So it's like his spirit knew something was going on without him consciously knowing.
Yeah.
And so, but where was I?
Talking about how y'all met. And
No. But I was on.
You said you got the chance to talk to him, and then he passed the next.
He passed, but there was a reason why I was leaving.
because you're talking about y'all, I guess, at the
funeral, how we met.
Yeah.
Yes, got you. So I'm in town. I'm at my mom's house.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting outside, just hanging out, right? And so Ernestine pulls up in the car and gets out. First time I've ever, to my knowledge, seen her. And there was I had a girlfriend at the time. Let me add that. because later on the story is gonna try to get turned a certain kind of way.
And I would
Sound
also,
nice.
I would also like to say that I didn't know that he had a girlfriend.
Okay, cool.
I
Well, I
just
had a
put it out there.
Yeah. Just make
What's
it
about
up.
to go there?
I had a girl. I didn't know he had a girl.
Okay,
Just so
clarification.
clarification
Yes, I
is
had a
there.
girlfriend. And so Ernestine, so what I'm saying is, when we met, there was no like, hey, what's up? Like
Yeah,
it
it's
wasn't
none of
on
that.
that. It was just
Yeah.
like, oh hey. And so I said, hey, are you here for the t-shirt? Or I think she told me she was here for the t-shirts. My sister was selling, black folk. We gonna sell some t-shirts.
I was wondering where the t-shirts fit in.
It's like,
But
we
the
do a
funeral
funeral.
Church.
In memory of
All my black people.
Was his face on the?
Yes. He had
Oh,
with the heavenly clouds. Yeah, we gonna do that.
Yeah, we are.
We gonna
Yeah.
we gonna put some
Yeah.
folk in heaven.
Yeah, at
We
the
gonna
gate.
put him on the shirt.
And we
At
gonna
the
put them,
game.
and if we really feeling snazzy, we might give them some wings.
Yeah. I can't.
Yeah.
We might give them some
I
wings.
can't.
So
Oh, God.
my sister was selling shirts, and Ernestine pulls up, but my sister, her name is Latasha, and now she's gonna kill me because technically we found out in our adult years that her name is actually pronounced Latashia.
Get it
She
right.
found that out in her adult years too, because my mama finally told
Latasha.
her it's Latashia.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's like my
Latasha.
sister. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Really?
she's
Yeah, my sister's name is, well, we've always said Zotisha, but it's Zotisha.
wow. Look at that, Latashia. There's
It's
someone
a
else like you.
Zotisha. Yeah.
So Ernestine gets out and she basically says, hey, I'm here to pick up my shirt. I said, well, I call her Tasha. I said, Tasha's not here right now. I said, but did you want to wait around for her? She should be here in a little bit.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah. So we just stood outside and just talked for a little bit. And that was it.
Yeah.
Well, come the funeral time, which was a different day. This was not the same day. We ended up with the family walking, with the family during the funeral, the family walks in together. And so we walked in together. Somehow. It wasn't intentional, but we walked in together during the funeral. And I just, I felt bad, obviously, because I lost my brother, but she
Yeah.
also lost her brother.
Yeah.
And so I was just trying to be there for her, too, in a little bit of a way. So anyway, long story short, I go back home to San Antonio, which is where I was living at the time. The funeral was in Fort Worth.
Yeah, and I lived in Fort Worth.
So Star Telegram, I don't know if they still have this. They have an online obituary where you can go and just leave some condolences or whatever on this online platform.
Yeah, and I was looking through all the different, crying, carrying
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And then I came across his, and I was like, I felt like we clicked as far as like we had a lot in common. It felt like we're on the same age, stuff like that. So I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? Let me hit him up and let's stay connected. Let's keep talking. So
Yeah.
I decided to send him a message, and I was like, hey, I should have pulled up that message. I could read it, but I was like, hey,
I know what it says.
Oh, it's deep within his heart.
What did you
What did
say,
it say?
ma'am? Tell the people.
I was like,
etched
hey,
in
you
his-
know what? Being around Eric's family made me feel closer to him. I would love for us to stay connected.
Yeah.
That's what.
That's what she said.
Yes.
She said, I would like for us to stay connected.
And I meant nothing by that. This was my brother's brother. So at the time, I was
It just
like,
seemed,
yes.
like
yes.
family.
yeah.
Yeah. Here's my question.
Oh Lord!
Here
See,
we go with the questions.
this is where the story starts.
Taking turns.
Oh, getting into the mic, getting deep
You
into
don't
the
need to
mic,
lean into the mic.
getting deep into the mic.
YouTube viewers,
Oh, it's sensual.
I want you to answer me this question. Who else did she reach out to?
Oh, Ernestine.
I guess 'cause there was more
Spotlight's
siblings,
on
right?
you.
There was more people involved. Did you reach out to? I'm not insinuating nothing.
I promise you, I did not. I was not trying to hit on him at the time.
All right,
But I guess he's still waiting for the answer.
But wait. But here's the thing. I'm not gonna make her answer that.
Okay,
We'll just.
we can kind of just see.
No,
what
he's
happened.
gonna bring up another
I
question.
want
that he
that. I
always
want
brings
that
up.
answer.
But I want y'all to ask the young lady
Who has the
when she first saw me, what she said to herself.
As I pulled up,
Uh-huh.
and I saw the young man sitting on the porch.
Tell him what
Okay.
you said, daughter.
Okay.
I said, "Oh, that's a beautiful man."
So the
She said
family
beautiful.
dynamic kind of switched a little
No,
bit.
no. When I pulled up, I didn't. This was before we had. This was our.
You see my foot.
Yeah, it's going. It's going.
This is before all that talking and
Yeah.
where I said I felt like we clicked. This is when
Yeah.
I first pulled up to get a shirt. I was like, "Oh, that's a beautiful man."
okay, gotcha.
And she said, "That's a beautiful man."
Beautiful is an
No,
intentional word.
You're saying it different from how I said it.
It's all in the tone
but
is
it's a
what you said.
word.
I didn't say
The
say it.
word.
But here's the thing:
Beautiful.
who casually calls somebody beautiful?
Well, you
And a
were.
man, that, when
He
it's
had
a
a little
when
mohawk.
you say a man
That's
is
the mohawk.
beautiful,
Dog, you had the mohawk?
there's
I did have
something
a
different.
mohawk.
Okay.
There's
I
something
was a
different
very.
when you
So
call
here's
a
the
man
thing,
beautiful.
y'all. Y'all always know me as a person that dress. I'm that person,
Yes.
but I have always been that person. I've always been very into just creativity when it comes to my fashion.
Yeah.
And so there was a phase where I went through a punk rock phase.
I need images.
I need pictures.
I need images.
We might throw some pictures up and let y'all see. But I was Chucks. I had the chains on my jeans
Wide
with the
leg
graphic
jeans?
tee. No, I didn't do the Jingas.
Oh.
No, what was it? Was it called Jingas? It wasn't Jingas.
It's a jingle gang.
Jinkos.
Jinkos,
I didn't
yes.
do Jinkos.
I'm like, it's jingle gang.
That's a game.
I didn't do.
Did you shop at Spencer's?
I shopped at Spencer's and Hot Topic.
Hot Topic. I remember
Yes.
Hot Topic.
And when I tell you, I had the graphic tee with
Yeah.
the skinny slim jeans with the
Wow.
chucks,
Wow.
and I had the
Okay.
mohawk, and I literally got my hair done at a salon.
The hawk was done at the salon.
I got my mohawk done at the salon. Yes.
So like I was saying, when I pulled up, I said,
That's when you said, "That's a
"Oh,
beautiful man."
that's a beautiful man."
Yeah.
And then I got out, and I knew who he was
Mhm.
after we talked a little bit. And at no point during our conversation on the porch was I thinking more than I wasn't thinking what you're thinking. Solid.
I'm listening.
I wasn't thinking what you're thinking.
So the
But
point
apparently
is,
somebody started thinking something.
we ended
At
up
some point.
we ended up staying in contact. Now, mind you, this was maybe so this was November when the funeral happened. January of 2007, me and my girlfriend break up.
Which I didn't know.
Had nothing to do with her, nothing. Like nothing.
We had been talking as friends, and I didn't know he had a girlfriend, and we weren't even trying to.
Yeah, but we weren't even really talking though at that point.
Yeah.
We weren't really communicating at that point. We did swap numbers and stuff, but we weren't.
It wasn't like a.
Yeah, we didn't immediately jump on. Like it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
And so in January, I broke up with my girlfriend. I let my friend convince me to break up with my girlfriend. That's a whole nother
I
story.
love my friend.
Which here's the thing: March comes around. Me and Ernestine now. Well, I'm sorry, we're talking, but it's very casual.
Yeah.
I invite her to come to San Antonio to go on a double date because I was talking to a Hispanic girl at the time because I knew without any shadow of a doubt I was gonna marry a Hispanic woman.
So that kind of reinforces what I was saying. For me to
You
be
weren't
going on
thinking.
double dates with you,
Or you could have just wanted to be in my presence.
that was not it.
I said could.
We started calling each other brother and sister
We were calling each other brother and sister.
to where
yes.
other people thought we were siblings because
Yeah.
that's the way we introduced.
And so she would
ourselves.
come to town. She would drive 3.5 hours to come spend time with her.
No,
She started to snatch
don't.
air. Dawn. She started.
She snatched the air.
She's snatching hair.
that's not true.
Give that air back.
I was not trying to drive 3.5 hours because I wanted.
No,
Anyway, I
I'm
was
just
excited.
being funny. No, like it
I
was
was
a
excited
genuine.
about my double date.
Yeah, it was a genuine friendship. We
I
can't go into
was.
the details about the double date because it was we on air.
Okay,
But we'll tell y'all. But
offline. We'll
Yeah,
take it offline.
offline.
so I was talking to this Hispanic girl,
Uh-huh.
and so I ended up stopped talking to her because she was a little crazy, and so I ended up. But I liked
Why would you
crazy,
say that
but
about her on-
she don't know who I'm talking about.
It could
You
be.
know who she is.
She knows who she is.
Why would you say
And
that?
I said, so I cut it off with her.
Uh-huh.
She was loony. She was loony. And so, me and Ernestine around March time frame. Now, mind you, this is a very short period of time. March time frame, me and Ernestine kind of start talking a lot more often.
Yeah,
And we realized, okay, maybe there's something here.
yeah.
And so we start talking a lot. Well, come to find out, when this young lady finds out that I'm talking to Ernestine now, remember, this is the same young lady I went on a double date with and introduced her as my sister.
Yeah.
So y'all looking kind of
So she's like, so you
Inter-
broke up with me for your sister?
I can see why it would look like
I said,
that.
so this is why you don't tell people you play unless you know y'all never gonna
Right.
date.
Exactly.
Because then it's
Right.
you gotta explain yourself back out of that.
yeah.
But anyway,
Meanwhile, your mama and her daddy used to date anyway, and now
Yeah.
yeah,
So
the
look
story
like
is-
it's-
I mean, the
things
story
is
is
passing
stacking
down.
up. So here's
Yeah.
what happened. So November funeral, January I break up with my girlfriend. March me and her start talking. June we're engaged. December 1st we're married.
hold on, run that timeline back.
Yeah. 2006
Yeah.
November. Brother dies. We go to the funeral. We meet for the first time.
Wow.
March we start talking.
Yes.
March 2007.
June
Yeah.
2007. June we get engaged. December 1st we're married.
And we've been married 16
And it's 16 years.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Not without a fight.
Now let me tell you. Yes, just like what she just
Yeah.
said. Not without a fight.
Fight.
Yeah.
Meet me at the altar.